Good evening, everybody. This is Anju Kshirsagar again from Anju Kshirsagar's biology classes. Welcoming you all for lesson 1 NCERT reproduction in angiosperms. So, as you all know, reproduction. So you notice the word. The word is itself is having a meaning. Re is again production. That is nothing but production. So reproduction is defined as a biological process in which the organisms give rise to young ones similar to themselves. That is reproduction, and production, that is called as reproduction. It is defined as a biological process in which the organisms give rise to young ones like themselves. You notice one thing, the offsprings that are produced will grow, that is the offsprings produced by the reproduction will grow, mature, and again they are ready to produce the new young ones like themselves. That means the cycle will go on. Now we'll learn. As you know, you have learned the definition of reproduction, producing the young ones like themselves, like itself. Now, what are the objectives of the reproduction? So, what objectives does a process called as reproduction carry? First objective of the reproduction, that is continuity of the species generation after generation. So, first objective, that is continuity of the species generating generation after generation. Now the second objective of the reproduction, that is transferring of genetic variations. That is what, because of the offsprings will carry the genetic variations from their parents, those variations are transferred to the offsprings because of the process called as reproduction. So third objective of the reproduction, because of these variations, it will create the diversity in the biological world. So the variations will lead to the diversity. And diversity, this variation is the cause of the evolution, which is very important for the evolution. That is variation means reproduction is needed for the evolution. So I repeat, the objectives of reproduction, that is first, it is the continuity of the species generation after generation, transferring of genetic variations. Because of these variations, it will lead to the diversity in the biological world. Because of the variations, the evolution is caused, that is variation will lead to the evolution. So what are the objectives of the reproduction? Continuity of the species, transferring of the genetic variations, causing of the diversity, and thus leading to the evolution. So we came to know what is meant by reproduction, that is producing the young ones like their own. And what are the objectives of reproduction? That is, it leads to continuity of the species generation after generation, transferring of genetic variations, causing the diversity, and leading to the variations, these variations leading to the evolution. So two concepts are clear: definition of reproduction, and production, and objectives of reproduction. So we will be going to the next concept, that is what are the factors affecting the reproduction. So the factors affecting the reproduction, following are the factors. The factors might be internal physiology of the organism, that is internal factors might affect the process of reproduction, or habitat of the organism might affect the process of reproduction. There are the two factors, that is internal physiology of an organism affecting the process of reproduction, and habitat of the organism affecting the process of reproduction. So you came to know, let me repeat, definition of the reproduction, objectives of the reproduction, and then the factors affecting the reproduction. Factors, they are the internal physiology affects the reproduction, and habitat of the organism, that is where the organism is living, the place where the organism is living, the conditions where the organism is living is called its habitat. That habitat affects the reproduction. So shall we proceed to the next bit, that is called types of reproduction. Types of reproduction, there are two main types of reproduction. One is called as sexual reproduction and another one is called as asexual reproduction. That is asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. These are the two main types of reproduction. So next, that is, we'll see the difference between the asexual reproduction and the sexual reproduction. In the asexual reproduction, only the single organism is involved and there is no fusion of the gametes. Let me repeat, asexual, that is no, and sexual, that is sexes. No male and female partners are involved, that is only single organism is involved. There is single organism involvement in the asexual reproduction and there is no fusion of gametes. So since gametes are not formed, the gametes are not fused also. So this is about the asexual reproduction. Next comes the sexual reproduction. So in the sexual reproduction, here two sexes are involved, two organisms of the opposite sex. One is called as male and another one is called female are involved, and male will produce the male gametes, female will produce the female gamete, and there is the fusion of male and female gametes. That is about the sexual reproduction. So types of reproduction, that is asexual reproduction and the sexual reproduction. So in the asexual reproduction, single organism involvement, no fusion of gametes. In the sexual reproduction, two organisms involvement and of the opposite sex, and there is the fusion of male and the female gametes. So we came to know about the three concepts, that is definition of the reproduction, producing the young one like their own. Second, that is objectives of the reproduction. Third, that is the factors affecting the reproduction. Now you came to know about the types of reproduction, that is called asexual reproduction and the sexual reproduction. We'll go to the next bit, that is called as what is asexual reproduction. We'll learn in bit detail what are the types of asexual reproduction and how asexual reproduction is being useful. So first, the asexual reproduction, as just we came to know, asexual reproduction, since there is a single parent involved, so the offsprings produced are similar to the parents as well as similar to themselves. So as I said, asexual reproduction is a reproduction where there is no fusion of the gamete and single parent is involved, and the offsprings that are produced, since they are produced from the parents just by the mitotic divisions, these are and only the single parent is involved, the offsprings that are produced by the asexual reproduction are similar to themselves as well as similar to the parents from which they are produced. So we usually use a very important word that is called as clone. So clone, the offsprings produced by the asexually reproduced reproduction, which are morphologically and genetically similar, are called as clone. Let me repeat, the offsprings produced asexually which are genetically and morphologically identical, that is similar to the parent and similar to themselves, the term clone is used. Repeat again, the clone are the offsprings produced asexually which are morphologically and genetically identical. So very important term called as clone. Now asexual, one more point to be noted, that is asexual reproduction is more common in the unicellular organisms. The organisms made up of single cell are called as unicellular organisms, and asexual reproduction is more common in the unicellular organisms. It is also seen, very important thing to be noticed, that organisms which have simple organizations, that is Protista and Monera, will show the asexual reproduction. So